The Miami Dolphins are currently on their Week 6 bye, but there are some things that need to be addressed during this 2-week hiatus before they play against the Indianapolis Colts in Week 7. And I have 5 specific things that I'd like to see Miami do to help them come out of this bye week nice out of the gates and running fast, as Tyler Jones once said. But make sure you are sharing this video because we want to make this the largest Dolphins channel on YouTube. And the best way to continue to grow this is, well, share it to your friends, family, put it on Facebook, Twitter, X, doesn't matter. Example, click the share button, select the Twitter/X icon, click post to Twitter. X. Really help us out here. We put out daily content and are live for every game, so help us out by sharing today's show. All right, the number one thing that I'd like to see incorporated during the bye week, incorporating Jaylen Wright more into the offense. And how could you not, after the rookie 4th-round pick out of Tennessee did what he did against the New England Patriots in Week 5? I mean, Devon Achane leaves the game in the first quarter with a concussion. He's in concussion protocol. And Jaylen Wright steps up, 13 carries, 86 yards, 6.6 yards per carry. Him and Raheem Mostert both ran for 80+ and also helped go right down the field and have that game-winning touchdown drive late in the 4th that lasted 7.5 minutes long. And guess what? They ran the ball 11 times out of the 15 plays in that game-winning drive. It was absolutely terrific. And Jaylen Wright's numbers in advanced analytics have been fantastic. 29 carries for the year, 4.8 yards per carry. That will play. 98 yards per contact, which comes out to about 3.38 yards after contact per attempt. And the stat that is the most unbelievable and mind-shattering to me, by the way, is 11 missed tackles forced. Why is that mind-shattering? Well, think about this. When you look according to PFF's numbers this season, the number one rusher in terms of missed tackles forced is Jordan Mason, the running back for the 49ers, filling in for Christian McCaffrey. He has had 105 carries through the first 5 weeks of the season. So, if he has 25 missed tackles forced on 105 carries, well, that would obviously be more than Jaylen Wright. He only has 29 carries. So, if you even it out, and I did it. I took 105 divided by 29. It came out to a specific number that I multiplied times the missed tackle force that Jaylen Wright has. It comes out to 39.8 missed tackles forced. So if you, now we're talking a very mathematical equation here, and it's obviously not going to work out like this, but if you were to hypothetically give out 105 carries to Jaylen Wright, continuing his pace in terms of his missed tackle forced, he would lead the NFL through 5 weeks of the season by 15 with damn near 40 missed tackles forced. This kid is an absolute stud. He makes you miss with his physicality, his speed, his acceleration, his shifty movements. And I, for one, would like to see him still get a lot of touches in this offense, even with Raheem Mostert and Devon Achane. And I think this offense will work better, by the way, using Devon Achane as a weapon instead of a lead back. So if you give maybe, if you're talking what you want me to do, a split timeshare in this backfield, I would honestly give 35% to Raheem Mostert. I'd give 35% to Jaylen Wright, and then 30% to Devon Achane in terms of touches on carries. You're obviously going to use Achane a lot more in the passing game, But when you're actually talking about carries, I'm being serious when I say 35, Mostert Wright, 30% Achane. That's what I would do if I was the Miami Dolphins. Are you pumped up for the rookie running back? Because I am. It was clear they liked him in the draft when they trade a future 3rd-round pick to get him in the 4th round. If you're with me, spam those JWs for me down in the comment section. Next bye week change. I think you're going to need the blitz more coming out of the bye week. And is this kind of because Jalen Phillips is out for the year and you don't have Bradley Chubb back yet? Absolutely. And I don't know if I've loved what I've seen from the edge rushers outside of Emmanuel Ogbah. Zach Sealer and Calais Campbell have been absolutely terrific on the interior. They've been godsends. But Chop Robinson has not been that well. Quentin Bell has not been out of the extraordinary. And then Tyus Bowser, the newest Miami Dolphin, is still trying to work his way into this defense after playing a limited amount of snaps in Week 5. And it's interesting to see where the Dolphins rank in blitz percentage this season. They blitz 26.8% of the time. That comes out to 15th in the National Football League. So they are damn near at the middle of the pack. I think I remember also seeing the lowest blitz percentage was about 16%, and the highest was about 40%. So they really are snack bag in the middle. And I think there's more some defensive stats that go around this as to why the Dolphins need the blitz and create and generate more pressure. It's because they simply haven't done a lot of that early on. And even though I think the defense has been very good through 5 weeks, there's always a room for improvement. And I think it would help get more pressures on the quarterback. And I trust the secondary. I trust the back end to hold up if you send a blitz. You have only 9 sacks this year. It's tied for 25th in football. Your sack percentage on dropbacks is 6.52. It's 24th in football. The amount of pressures you have totally through 5 weeks, 81. That's 23rd in football. And your pass rush grade from PFF is 11th at 70.8. Like, you're not getting to the quarterback at an above average rate. And for this defense to take the next step, to go from being serviceable and being an above average defense to an elite defense, is hitting the quarterback and bringing him down and disrupting the pass game more than just your secondary does by blanketing some of these opposing wide receivers. And by the way, I do want to make note, some of these passing attacks that they've played are not good. The Jaguars have struggled. The Titans have struggled. The Patriots have struggled. So against better passing attacks, you're going to need to get after the quarterback more, which means you need to pressure him more, which means you need to blitz more, because when you're sending 4 players every single play, it's not working out too well so far. All right, make sure you start with Game Time, the #1 ticketing app in North America. And if you want to go see the Dolphins play, you want to go see a concert, comedy show, theater in your local area, Game Time is the best way to do that. And they're offering a great deal for the real ones here at Dolphins Today. First, let me tell you about Game Time Picks, one of their newest features that I cannot get more enough of. It's Game Time Picks. It filters out the fluff to show you only incredible great deals with thousands of tickets being pushed away. So you don't have to waste time searching through tickets. You just get the best ones available to you right away. All-in pricing, so you see the total price of your ticket up front rather than getting blindsided at checkout. Get to see your seat in the app before you buy. Panoramic views of every single venue in the app. It is the best way to purchase tickets. I'm telling you, it makes my life completely easier, and it will make yours easier as well. So download the app today. Use code Chat Sports to get $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. First purchase only. But once again, ChatSports to get $20 off your first purchase. What time is it? It's game time. I said this is one of our keys to victory against the New England Patriots in Week 5, but I think you need more under center play action. And I thought, honestly, looking back on the game, that we got more of that against New England, but they evidently didn't do it as much as I once thought. They only ran 5 under center play action passes in the first 4 weeks of the season. So obviously you're averaging, 1.25 plays per game on under center play action passes. Well, guess what? They did it twice against the New England Patriots in Week 5, and they completed both of them. Both of them were under center play action. One was a fake pitch throw over the middle of Tyreek Hill. One was a straight drop back play action throw over the middle of Tyreek Hill. They went 2 of 2 for 40 yards. Both big plays. To me, they ran the ball much more effectively, which is a good thing. And if you run the ball more effectively, which means you can do play action from under center instead of only doing it from the shotgun all the time, and you can find deep plays over the middle of the field, I think that's something that needs to be incorporated more and more. And specifically with Tyler Huntley, by the way, that is a recipe for success with Huntley. He's an athletic quarterback. And if you use play action, you get him on the edge with bootlegs and stuff like that, you will be able to have a more dynamic and layered offense. Use his legs, use your running game to your advantage in the passing game as well. Get started with Tyler Huntley in the under center play action. And you need to get started with us here at Dolphins Today, because we are putting out daily content here at the channel, and we are inching closer and closer to 62,000 subscribers. Live for every Dolphins game as well. Hit that sub button, join us for the rest of the season. You need to run behind Aaron Brewer and Robert Jones more. I can't believe I'm saying this. Yes, I'm actually giving some praise to the left guard center combination for Miami, because they have been extremely efficient in terms of running the football when they run behind them. When you look at every direction in which Miami has ran through the first 5 weeks of the season, there is a very interesting theme here. When you run outside the left tackle, it has not gone well, 2.2 yards per carry. You run right behind the left tackle, 3.4. We'll skip over to the middle right, in between the center and right guard, 3.1. Right guard, Liam Eichenberg, 3.6. You've seen actually a lot of success running behind Austin Jackson, 10 carries, 86 yards, something to keep your eye on there. But around Austin Jackson on the perimeter, only 3 yards per carry. You see the numbers there. But when you look at the left guard behind Robert Jones and in between Robert Jones and Aaron Brewer in the middle left, you average 4.2, 4.5 yards per carry. So I think it's ideal that you need to run behind them more, because you've seen more success behind them. And specifically thinking about Robert Jones, by the way, he's had a decent season in terms of their grades from PFF. 60.3 run blocking grade. In zone running schemes, he's had a really good grade. He's more of an athlete out there. Power schemes is where he struggles in the gap, 48.3. And he's only been whistled for one penalty this year, which I honestly think is very good when you think about the rest of the offensive line in terms of the running game. So he's only been whistled on one holding in the first 5 games of the season. I can get down with that. You name it, though. What is the one thing the Dolphins need to improve on during the bye week if they want to come out of the gate strong and win some football games? Let me know down in the comment section what it is. My final one is you need to be more sound offensively. And what do I mean by that? Well, you need to just simply be better coached and limit the mistakes of bringing you back in the penalty yardages. When you think about the offensive penalties through 5 weeks so far, you have 7 false starts, 9 holding penalties, 5 illegal shift penalties, 3 illegal formations, and then 1 illegal motion. The parts that kill me the most is not the false start and holding, because these are on the players for the most part, right? But these ones are part of coaching. Illegal shift, illegal formation, illegal motion. These things have to be locked down. All these players have to be coached perfectly to make sure in this offense that has a lot of motion, a lot of moving parts to it, that they're locked in and you don't have any issues on that front. You simply got to be better at not hurting yourself with these penalties when you're having 2 people in motion, not lined up correctly. And that's on the coaching staff. Mike McDaniel, during this bye week, figure out what the issue is in terms of communication and make sure you're locked in coming out of the bye week so you don't have any of these pre-snap penalties or penalties like illegal formation and illegal shift that ultimately end up taking you out of whatever play just happened. All right, that's going to do it for today's show. Make sure you are subscribed. Like I said, we are putting out daily content here at the channel, and when the Dolphins retake the football field this week against the Indianapolis Colts, we'll be live for that game. Subscribe and join us. It's going to be a lot of fun for the rest of the season.